My first zone. My first zone. Look at this. My first freaking zone. I just sat down and I was on the phone while ladies coming on. I was just texting her and all these came in. And the first thing I look at, you gotta be kidding me. I'm just gonna shoot it, man. I'm just gonna wait to... Gosh, this is freaking...
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, what you just saw there was Grim getting his 5th great one. 5 great ones. Completely insane, and I saw him shoot it once again live on Twitch. Now, if you have never heard of Grim DV from Twitch, he is what I am calling the Great One Whisperer. He has been sharing his amazing methods on spawning multiple Great Ones, and if you haven't seen any of those videos on my channel, definitely go and check those out. I will leave the link to those in the description below. But in today's video, Grim is going to share some more of his wisdom with us. He is going to be talking about finding large herds, how to deal with them in your grind so that you can definitely positively affect your grind. You do need to deal with large herds differently. And so Grim is going to speak about that right now. And he is going to take us out on a normal run on his map. So that will be very interesting. And if you stick around right to the end of the video, guys, you will see Grim picking up his great one. If you do enjoy the video, guys, make sure to smash that like button. If you'd like to join us for more, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna head right into it. Hey guys, and as we go through the video, would you guys please let me know in the comments if you are currently doing a Great One grind, how many kills you are in, and where you are doing it, Layton or Mexico. And if you plan to do a grind in Mexico, if you are on console, I would love to know. Let me know in the comments. And I just wanted to quickly mention that this interview was done live on Twitch because Grim is on Xbox, so the audio isn't great, so I do apologize for that. We're gonna head right into it.
I'm gonna start a fresh session here, not fresh session, but fresh day. And I just want to work y'all through the process real quick. And this is after you've found your zones and after you're set up. Okay, but here's one of the big things right now that I wanted on part 3, lady. You're looking?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pick up these deer yet, just in case they're attached to these zones on the ground. So guys,
okay.
I went over to Megan's map the other day. Okay, tattooed gaming chick. She was like, "Hey, I got this big zone. Come check it out." Or I didn't go over to her map. I'm sorry. I went to her stream to look at it. Okay, she had, which was unbelievable in my eyes. She first said that she had like 20 plus deer in this area and what she should do, okay? Well, the first thing I had her do was go check the ground. Go check the herd indicator right here. This is what it's going to look like, okay? You're going to get a number. It's going to say so many deer are drinking here attached to 12 to 15:30, okay? If you notice, I had 2 herds here. There's one to the right and one to the left. Sometimes they're all grouped up together in one little spot, so it looks like it's a huge herd. No, not even a huge herd. I'll tell y'all a huge herd here in a second about Megan. But
like a mega herd.
Yeah,
like just a massive herd.
You think there's, instead of 4, there's actually like 9 or 10 in that herd. That's not the case. You have to go check what's on the ground. If you notice, this one says 4 from 12 to 15:30. If I go over here, I think there's either 4 or 5 over here.
So this one says 4 deer, 12 to 15.
And it needs to be put out there, and this is one of the main reasons for part 3.
But this is actually one drink zone, correct?
This is one drink zone, 2 herds using it. If I come over here, it says
2 herds with one drink zone.
It says,
so look, guys.
4 deer, 12:30.
Is there 2 of them for 4 each?
Yeah, 4 each, okay.
4 each. So there's 2 herds. They have separate, what do you call these? Zone indicators. And they can have different times, too. They can be, one can be 12 to 15, and one can be 12:30 to 15:30, right? But they use the same actual drink zone.
Yeah, this is...
So what is your advice for this situation?
Well, I was going to touch into what Megan had on hers. And I'm just showing this on the ground here. And let me pick these deer up. So we have these, right? That one said 12:30, 1500. Let me see what this one said. This is actually 12 to 15:30. If you notice, there's different times attached to these.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to make sure that they were indeed different. So you have two herds, guys. You don't have one big herd. So you need to make sure you're not taking too many deer out of one of these herds. If they're all grouped up together, and you took 3 deer, you thought you were doing good. Well, you could have took the 3 deer that are associated with this one herd, or the 3 deer that's associated with this one herd, and just left 1. And therefore, you have effectively killed that spawn, that zone, down to 1 deer.
Because of the bug right now, guys.
Because of the bug.
Right?
Now, yes.
Yep.
Now, I went to Megan's stream and looked at it. And she first looked at it. She had a spot that said, I believe, it had 4 in one herd. And it had 14 in the other herd. And I was like, that's right. That's about 20. That's what you said. And they were like, no, it was way more than that. Well, then she went and hit another ground spot. It said 20 in it. So she had 3 herds using one drink spot like this that had a 20 size herd, a 14, and a 4. That is almost 40 deer using one spot. Okay? In that instance, I told her, and this is going to work for everybody, that the big herds, the bucks will not respawn into those big herds. You can dwindle the bucks down gradually because you don't want to kill that area. Okay? You dwindle the bucks down, get them back into your main population. Okay? Your herds will get thicker with bucks after that. In her 4 spot, I told her to leave there. The one that had 4, she can hunt that one and farm that one if it's in a good spot. But once you get rid of all the bucks out of the big herds, leave them all does. Leave those does all together so they're not being put back into your other herds.
I just want to paraphrase. When you have a big herd, you could have 2 herds but have 1 drink zone. They can share a zone, but actually one of the herds can have a different time to drink than the other, right?
That's
and you
correct.
should only kill 2 out of each. You should only kill 2 altogether. Is that what you do?
It just depends on if they're grouped up. If you notice, I could tell when I hunted this, I could tell which ones my herd on my left is not going to be attached to the herd on the right, so I could take 2 and 2.
Yeah. So if they're separated, guys, take 2 from each side. If you're in a tripod, if you're not, you're going to kill the zone without a tripod. But you can take 2 from each side. And if they're all meshed together, just kill 2 total. Because you don't want to kill that zone.
Brant? Welcome.
Or cause bugs for it.
Hopefully it'll be put out in the video a little bit easier. You can watch it over and over until you do comprehend it. Vital. It's everybody's like, my big zone didn't repopulate. Your big zones aren't. When you have the big herds, they won't repopulate. I don't know how well it's going to work because we are in multiplayer and my spawns tend to not come back very well sometimes in multiplayer. But y'all will definitely notice if you're watching me stream single player. But I guess I got to restart time, don't I? Predicted. So let's go to 12:29 here.
Okay, so he's changing the time to 12:29 for best weather conditions, guys.
That is correct. And you can go right away if you want. Right to your first spot.
You start looking for them immediately.
Yeah.
You don't wait?
No.
Interesting. All right, so I'm just going to follow you. Just pretend we're not here. What do? You change the time.
12:29. Load in your first spot.
Load in your first spot. And you have a route that you do?
I do have a routine. I do
have a routine
counterclockwise for some reason, for the most part.
Okay. Is there a reason for it, or that's just what you do?
Routine. Just how my zones. You'll notice.
Good to know.
Sometimes you want to start. Like this zone will populate faster, it seems like, than most of my other zones, and that's because if y'all look at the map here, I think they're already down here, even with all that pressure. If you look at my map, there's their rest zone. I know it says coyote, but this is where this rest zone is for this herd. They don't have but like 200, not even 200 yards. Well, right at 200
they're always there.
So
they don't go too far.
Yeah, they don't have too far to go. So these are already here. I mean, even with the pressure. So I'm not going to take them because I have pressure and I'm not getting a stand. So I will leave those alone. But let's say they weren't here. Let's just say I came down here and they weren't here, Fishing Master. What I would effectively do is go into my map. And this is for everybody, but I know Fishing was asking about this.
So when you don't find deer, when you come to a zone, this is what you do.
Yes, if there's no deer in there to be harvested, I would jump over to my number 2 spot in my cycle.
Okay. Okay.
I would run up here, not just...
Hold on, I'm
effectively-
trying to follow you. It
Yeah.
just takes me a minute because
I'm effectively activating it by spawning in, but I'm still going to run up here and see if they're here to be harvested. I'm not just going to leave without checking.
okay, so you travel to spot number 2, you run up and check if you have deer.
Yeah, so...
And that activates the area at the same time, right?
Yeah, so see, they're not here.
Okay.
So I will
And they're not here.
Yeah, I'll just bounce out to my third one.
And then we're going to spot 3.
That's where you just took the diamond from. Scout pressure.
And you don't find that the pressure affects anything?
No, you just saw
Too
right
much?
there firsthand. My first
Yeah.
spot had deer in it,
Oh, yeah.
and look how pink that is.
Just
It's one shot
Just,
away, maybe two, from it being, wiping the zone.
yep.
So pressure really only affects you losing your zones. Oh, that was a glitch. So these are already in. So I would hunt these.
So they're already here, and it is only, what is it, like 12:35 or something?
Yeah. I would hunt these,
Takes a
and then
while.
I would, since I'm not going to hunt the first one, but if I was hunting the first one and they weren't there first time around, what I would do, Fishmaster and everybody else, I'd go right back to my first zone. Run down there if they're not
So
there.
you wouldn't start shooting, you'd go back to your first zone.
No, you do shoot. You
No?
do shoot. The deer are there, you shoot.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, you shoot,
Okay.
you take them. You're just advancing
I thought
a
you
little
said
bit.
no.
No, I'm not doing it because I have pressure right now in my game.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I have to do my cycle and move my pressure before I can actually hit these spots properly.
Yep, that's true.
So I would take it from here. Once I pick them up, I'd go back to zone 1 that didn't have any in it.
Yep.
And then if it did have it in it, I would take the deer off. If it didn't, I would go to my zone 2 that didn't have any
Again?
deer. So you pop over.
I gotcha. So you just keep doing that until you find deer.
Yeah.
And that keeps getting them to try and you know what? Click! Yay!
Yeah,
Hey
so-
Rebecca, how you doing, girly? Awesome to see you. That just that just clicked. That's awesome.
So hopefully that helps. And if, like I said, if you go in there several days without, and it's not always going to be there. Like I'm saying, hopefully it's fixed. But Fishing Master, this is, and you do have your Hunt Club beta turned off, correct? Got to make sure that's number 1. Turn off your Hunt Club beta.
Turn off your Hunt Club beta.
Let's say I went to this spot right here, guys. If I know y'all can't, I guess all y'all can see. Okay, let's say I went like 4 days to this spot right here and nothing. Just like they should be here, but there's nothing, correct? Sometimes you have to give it another little kickstart. Okay, I would spawn in from over here and then run up here during the time. Even if you spook them, it's fine. They're just stalled for some reason. Something's keeping them from coming in. You just need to go over there and just push them over the hill. Okay, and this has effectively worked for me almost all the time when I've done this. It takes a little bit more time, but if you really want to hunt that zone and you really want them to pop in, come in from a different angle. What's going
Come
on
in
right
from a
there?
different angle.
Yes, come in from a different angle. Okay, I did that live
So
on
if
stream.
you find your deer
I
aren't
showed,
coming in,
yeah, come in from a different angle. Really easy. I
so
showed
strange
this at
that would
my favorite spot the other
I know.
day on stream, guys. I hit this spot like for 2 or 3 hours we were streaming, and I kept hitting the spot every cycle. I'd come back here 2 or 3 per cycle, and there was nothing in my favorite spot. So I finally got tired
Okay.
of it, and I spawned in the tent that was down here, and I ran up here and I spooked them. Okay, well, my next cycle around, I went back to the normal, how I was doing before. Went to my normal spawn location, came in, and guess what? The deer were where they were supposed to be. It does something. I'm not 100% sure about the game mechanics, but it does something to get them going.
So when would you come in at a different angle? If you've been to a zone a few times and they're just not coming in, then you would do that?
Like I'm saying, I gave it probably 2 hours of actual gameplay. Maybe even 3. Reset my time 3 or 4 times, and they're not there. Then something's up. Something's not
requires
processing
patience.
correctly, and I've got to
This
mess with
requires
it a little
patience,
bit.
yeah.
So did you see anything good in that zone that you just got the 3 from? I know we haven't really hunted much.
I didn't spot. I've been trying to listen to you, so I haven't really been focusing too much on what I'm seeing.
And this isn't going to work
It's a lot to
for
process
everybody.
and
Like,
deal with chat and everything. What's that?
I said this isn't going to work for everybody. The older generation consoles have more problems. I will put that out there.
That makes
The
sense.
older generation consoles,
Like what I'm
or
using.
maybe PCs, if it's slower, you got an outdated system, it's going to have more problems, guys. Hands down, I hate to say it, it honestly has more problems. It's harder to process this game. Therefore, it feels like your deer and your herds get backlogged. They don't act correctly. They don't spawn in how they're supposed to. But my uncle just went from a Generation 1 Xbox in the last week that he was still using this method and it was working. You know, he just moved a lot slower, couldn't harvest as much because of load times and stuff like that. But the method still worked. The workarounds still worked. But every
Just a
once
little
in a while,
slower.
he would catch, you know, a different bug or something like, man, my zones are just not there. They're gone. They're just like disappeared. You know, I don't get the disappearing. And I honestly believe it has associated with the older systems that can't handle this game right now.
Makes sense.
So, yeah, that's just a little
All
bit. Now he
right.
has a new one, and it's like night and day. He's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get this
I
great
want to
one,
go.
you know, probably on Monday or Tuesday before the new map comes
Well,
out.
I hope he does, man. I hope he does. I'm
Yeah.
hoping to make it happen for myself.
So that is going to wrap it up for this one, guys. A huge thanks to Grim_DV from Twitch for sharing his amazing Great One knowledge, spawning knowledge with us and the community. It is obviously making a very huge impact on the community right now. We are seeing Great Ones popping up all over the place, and I am sure hoping to make that happen for myself. But if you guys are looking for all of Grim's amazing tactics, definitely check out the videos in the description below, all of the series on spawning multiple Great Ones. Grim has figured all kinds of amazing knowledge out, and it is making a huge difference for everyone. Grim does stream to Twitch most evenings, so definitely go and give him a follow on Twitch, and that's gonna wrap it up for this one. If you did enjoy the video, guys, I'm gonna ask you to do one thing: smash that like button, and if you'd like to join us for more, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click that notify bell, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. And here is Grim harvesting his 5th Great One.
Look at that thing. Oh, good. I kind of want to take a picture of it. I don't know. What's up, OPG? Yeah, I think I'm unmuted. I don't know. This is... I was hoping I'd get the different rack style, but I'll take this one. What the heck? What am I doing right now? Look at that thing. I mean, for real, guys. What am I supposed to... I had to go live. What the heck? So I can taxidermy it before I take a picture.